we should get more used to like wearing our clothes instead of feeling like we have to buy more. That's kind of what sustainability is about.
Check it out. Hit you with no delaying, so what you saying, yo? Silly with my 9 milli with the dilly, yo. When I be on the mic, yes, I do my duty, yo. While up in the club like we while in the studio. You don't wanna violate, nigga, really and truly, yo. My main thug, nigga named Julio, he moody, yo. Type of nigga that'll slap you with the tulio. Bitch, nigga scared to death, act fruity, yo. Fuck that, look at shorty, she a little cutie, yo. The way she shake it make me wanna get all in the booty, yo. Top mistress in the banging bitches and videos. While I'm with my freak like we up in the freak shows. Hit you with the shit, make you feel it all in your toes.
Hello, gorgeous.
Hi.
What is your name?
My name is Daisha, and I'm here to sew.
God.
Come with me.
Okay.
This is my lovely space.
Yes.
This is where I spend most of my time. So I'm ready to get to work and we're gonna make some magic.
Yes. Before we make magic, I need to holler at you about some stuff.
Okay, girl.
Let's go.
Come sit.
I'm sick.
Hey, girl. Now we matching.
Oh, but you know, see, this is why we trying to tell y'all about the camo. It's like it go with whatever.
It do.
Same print, not same print, but same concept, different looks.
Yeah.
So hey, girl.
Hey, how are you?
I am so good. Wait,
So good to see you.
I'm ready to get into it.
Yeah.
So again, let's tell the people who you are and what you do.
Okay. This is always so weird for me, but like I'm just be super natural. It's like I was like, who are you when people ask you who you are? But it's simple enough. I am Daisha Curtis, and I love fashion, and I love all things that encompasses fashion, from the cut and sew make to runway shows to the manufacturing process. Like I love fashion and what how much history it holds, especially when it comes to Black fashion, because it's often overlooked, it's often hidden. So I'm a seamstress, and I just love fashion, and that's just what it is. I'm from Duval County.
That's right.
Born and raised.
Yes. So let's get into that. Let's get into when did you discover your love for fashion?
I was the tender age of, I want to say I was like 11, 12 years old, very young. Around that time, I was just like, always very girly. I love purple and pinks and things like that. But it got to a point where like going to school and wearing what I wanted to wear really mattered.
It did. And what grade is that? Were you in? What is that? 6th grade?
11 and 12. It's like 5th.
Okay.
5th grade, I want to say. In that one year, I was just like so heavy into like wanting to do fashion. I was like illustrating. I'm gonna say illustrating with quotation marks, so I couldn't really draw. But like it was things that I was creating and showing my mom, and like working with my friends and saying like, oh, like we should create a line that's called this, like you know, drawing it out like at the sleepovers and all of that. And that same year that I decided to take it serious, my grandmother gave me her sewing machine, and that was like, that's where it started, pretty much.
So what a lot of people don't know is me and you actually have history. Yeah. I met you at 14.
Yes, girl.
I was doing vintage clothes, kind of finding my way, and you came to me. Like, what made you reach out to me?
I actually had a friend who was into music at the time, and I think you were styling her.
Oh, really? Is that what it was? Yeah. Oh my! I never thought about that.
Me and her, we went to elementary school together, so I knew her. And then I think I was always like into fashion, especially around that time. So I think she might have posted that you styled her, or like you were working with her. So let me follow her, because like even at that time, I really wasn't seeing that in Jacksonville. I probably shouldn't have been on social media, to be honest. But again, when I seen it, I was like, let me reach out to her, because like, I would love to work with someone, a Black woman for sure, that's like in fashion in Jacksonville. So
yeah. So what you're saying is I've been doing the thing.
You've been doing it.
This ain't about me though. So let's go back to, you mentioned your grandmother.
Yes.
Now I know that she holds a very special place with you doing any of this.
Yes.
Let's talk about who she was and what she is to you in regards to your sewing. She
is a beacon of light when it comes to me, like thinking about the sewing process. Like, it always goes back to her. I think also, like, even when she was sewing, like growing up, like she would make, I wasn't a part of this era, but my older cousins will always say like, oh yeah, she would see something in a magazine and say, oh, let me make that. Like, I can make that for you. Like, yeah. And I always thought that was special, because I was like, wow, Granny was out here doing that. But around the time that I seen her sewing, it was like doing curtains and bed sheets, and she was heavy into crocheting at the time. And all of that is creativity, and it was very important to me. And I just remember one day I asked my grandmother to teach me how to sew. We were in her room, and she was like, yeah, I'll teach you something. And so we drew out a little doll dress with some old fabric. She let me cut it out, and she set up the sewing machine. I was able to, I sewed around the little lines she made, and I turned it inside out, and I was like, I can't believe this is how you sew. Like, it was like crazy. I was like, I just made a little dress for my dog.
And you was hooked from there.
From there, I was like, this is it. I gotta create more. So my grandmother is everything. She's still living. She's still kicking. Not sewing anymore, but she knows. I feel like she can feel how important it is to me still. Even, she has dementia and stuff now, but like even when she sees, like, she's still so fashionable. Like, she loves her black and white. She'll tell you got a black and white outfit. She loves it. She loves the outfit. So I think it's just something very important to her, and it's important to me. It's important to my family members as well, to see us take fashion somewhere.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I think, even though dementia, a terrible disease, but the fact that she was able to plant that seed in you to pass, that's something she passed on to someone, and you are amazing. Just from what I can remember, one project, and I'm going to ask you, like, what's your favorite, but one of my favorite projects that I saw you do was when you did your own prom dress.
Oh, yeah.
Girl, you did that. Yeah. And the thing is, a lot of people say, oh, I sew, but even looking here, you make your own patterns.
Yeah. You
do everything literally from start to finish. Yeah. So what are some projects that you've done that are your favorite? Give me your top 3.
Ooh, top 3. That is so hard. Only because I feel like with every year of me sewing, I'm like learning so much. So there's new things that take place of others, and but for sure my prom dress. I think when I did the prom dress, that would be like one of my main ones I was super excited to do, because I was able to even show my peers, I was able to show my family, like, I really made a full garment for my prom that I'm going to remember forever. And the funny thing about that, the week of prom, we were like, like if you go on like prom pages, you're looking at everybody who like went to prom that week before. I seen someone had the same dress. I don't think I've ever told anyone this. The same dress, same fabric, because I got it from Joanne. Same dress, same fabric. The only thing different was like the train around the hem. And I was so hurt. So I was like, if she sees it, she don't think I copied her. But I've been making my dress for 3 months. Right. And so I didn't let that discourage me. I still wore my dress. And I mean, once people knew that I made it, it became a different thing for me. And
right. Because she probably had someone make her.
Yeah.
But you did. You did that.
And it was like, I guess, designers or creators in that aspect, we might have seen that fabric and thought the same exact thing. Yeah.
It was hot. When I saw that, I said, that girl gonna be somebody.
Oh my God.
So let's take it from high school. And the reason why I want to point this out is because I just want to give you your flowers right now. sometimes we'll be on a path and you feel like you know what you're gonna do, and then life will kind of detour you
for sure,
just to lead you right back here. That's how I know this is what you're supposed to do.
Absolutely.
So what happened after high school in a nutshell?
In a nutshell, I went to college.
Did you go to college for fashion?
I went for retail entrepreneurship, which in a nutshell is fashion merchandising, which in a nutshell is product development on the manufacturing level. But also 50% of my degree was in entrepreneurship. Don't feel like I got much of what I should have got. I feel like I took like 2 entrepreneurship classes.
Gotcha.
So, but I graduated from the College of Entrepreneurship, and what I took from that is to continue to be creative, because the books got me somewhere, but like your creativity and your mind and really physically doing things is really going to take you even further when it comes to fashion design. And what I was scared of, like getting so deep into the fashion business, that I forgot about the creativity. And so thank God for COVID, not going with, like, God forbid, you know, like a lot of people died, and that was a horrible time, but like it did give me a lot of time to sit down, and like I really was like, what do I want to do with this? I'm about to graduate in a year. What is this about to be for me? Like, is this about to be some time that I wasted, or is this going to be something that I can like grow and learn from? So yeah, I really took that time to really just be like, what am I about to do? So I graduated that following year, and during COVID, actually want to go back. During COVID is when I did launch the swimwear line,
which I got.
Yes, you have
one thing about it, baby. I'm gonna support Daisha. Okay.
That's even crazy. I even did that because, like, I don't know. I think like during COVID, also like I didn't have the job. Like I didn't have like a job that was paying me enough, and I was just like, I really need to like use my fashion, my creativity to make some coin. And I had like a ton of fabric. Like I had a ton of fabric from like that previous semester. Like it was homecoming, so I was creating like cute little spandex looks for the girls going to the club. So I took all of that fabric and I made some swimwear pieces and was selling through that merchandise. And I was like, oh wow, I can really do this. And so graduated, moved back here to Jax, and yeah, I've just been like, I work in merchandising, but like it's just like there's still something about the design aspect and really seeing the product through. Like I really love giving the customer their product and they're just excited. I'm just like, wow, I made that. Look at what I made. It's really that feeling that I get, and I've just been trying to stay consistent since then. Like alterations, customs, whatever it may be. I say no to no project. There's not anything I'll say no to because I know I can do it. And yeah, that's just kind of where I am right now. Like, you got a project, let's do it.
Okay.
I want to do it.
So now we are back. Never left.
Yeah.
Let's just say that, never left. So you did mention that you do alterations. So is this just like a service that you're offering? What's the name of the business?
Yeah.
The project?
So it's like in junction with my seamstress work and custom work, but I like to do alterations on the side. Like it does allow me to like, you know, see what I can really do. Like, I learn even when I'm doing alterations, like you can take apart a garment. You're like, oh, this is how they did that. Okay, well, let me take this in, and you know, I know for the next project, you know, it's just like, it's a learning process. And I really do. Sometimes I get aggravated with alterations, I'm not gonna lie, because like if it's hemming a large gown, it's like, okay, I'm sewing for hours, like, you know. But there's also like a gem in that, like learning.
Yeah, so. I think when it comes to creativity, you never stop learning. You always unlock a new chamber of what you can do. Yeah. Even with what I'm doing, even doing this was a chamber unlocked. Like y'all couldn't have told me a year ago I was gonna be doing this, literally. And where is Miss Daisha going next?
I have a project here. She's going out this week to the customer. And it's just like a elongated vest, tapestry vest. And when I tell you, this one took me through the ringer. It took me through the ringer.
What?
She took a lot of work and a lot of care, and
it's a lot of detail.
That's a lot of detail. I never made welt pockets before, but I made them. So it was just like crazy. I do have a project I'm working on. I want to release in January. I'm trying to get my website back up, but it's going to be on the lines of ready to wear in women's. It's going to be very sexy, very nostalgic. So I'm.
You've always been on your 90s stuff.
I love a good 90s. I love it. I don't know what that is. I mean, I was born at the end of the 90s, but it's still like something so rich about it.
Yeah. So when it comes to designing, what is your inspiration?
That just took the life out of me. My inspiration, wow. I think there's not one place my inspiration comes from, but I will say that I just love older things, like things that aren't so current and trendy and new, or because fashion is so cyclical, it's like, why are we, things are cool. I love new things and I love creating new things, but when things come back around, it's always like, well, this is supposed to be here. So creating an item that can live around. So yeah, I would say 80s, 90s, anything that's like before the 2010s.
Okay.
So yeah.
And do you have a favorite designer? Like, who is your holy grail?
Well, if you follow me,
what Shay asked, what is your Mount Rushmore?
Oh yeah, who's your Mount Rushmore
of designers?
That's 4, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So Hanifa, I love her. As a Black woman, as a designer, she creates some gorgeous pieces for the Black woman, specifically because she knows what we look like. She knows what we like. Her colors are rich. 2 would be Christopher John Rogers, another Black designer, colorful. Like, it really takes his designs and his silhouettes to like another place where it's like, wow, you really did that. Like, amazing. 3, I would give that to, this is a tough one because I love Laquan Smith, but I also love Sergio Hudson. Sergio Hudson creates the clean woman, and I think that's like another part of me, like the clean chic. She's wearing the tailored suits, the pants, the turtlenecks, like, and that's what I love about Sergio. But also what I love about Laquan is how risque he can be, because like the woman, we're sexy, like he knows how to create silhouettes that caters to women who don't care about, taking it a little further. Yeah. So I think those are juxtaposing designers for sure, but very talented Black men. And then my last one.
So we count them as one?
Yeah.
Okay.
We got to, because I think they're on the same to me.
Gotcha.
Then my last one is either gonna have to be Martine Rose.
I've never heard of this one. You put me up. I know. Girl, you put me
I mean, if you know Kendra Lamar, you know Martine Rose.
I do know Kendra.
Yeah.
How do I miss that?
I don't know if you know, it's like, he's heavy into the high fashion now, and he works a lot with Martine Rose, and I think she's just eclectic. She's fresh. Like,
I might know the pieces, but not the name. It's sort of like music for me. I might hear the song. I probably know what you're talking about.
Yeah, like
just
if
off
you,
the top, I feel really bad. Like how I'm in the clothes and I don't know this. But
she's amazing at what she does. I think that it's like more of the lines of like eclectic streetwear, because you see how like Kendrick, like he's just so cool, and I love a cool look. I like to look at people say they're cool, and that's what she does.
Effortlessly cool.
Yes, and that's what she does. So that's my Mount Rushmore right there.
Okay, last question. Who is the number one person that you would like to design for? If you could take anybody,
a celebrity,
anybody.
Oh,
I mean, and this is based on their sauce, their silhouette, what they do. One person that you can, if you could call right now and give pieces to, who would it be?
Okay, I have someone I'm thinking about right now, but let me see if that shifts as I keep thinking a little bit more. But I feel like put me on a line with Zendaya and
that's it.
Luxury Law.
Yeah,
Luxury Law, call me up. Let's make something cool.
Holla, no, that's a good one.
Because nobody works the camera and the bro. Zendaya has got it. Like the model should be happy she's not modeling. Like she kills everything she wears.
He plays such a big role. I mean, it's like a match made in heaven.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Gotta be her.
You hear that?
Yeah.
Call her.
You know where to find me.
So anybody who's watching, just in a nutshell, what services can you offer?
Yeah.
And how can we find you?
I do alterations, as we spoke before. I do customs. I can upcycle a garment. I can make a prom dress. Yeah, you tell me what you want and I can make it happen for sure. I'll try my best to make it happen.
So you mentioned upcycling. I went thrifting and I got a little project. I want you to take these pieces. We're going to walk through measuring me and everything and I'm going to leave the stuff with you and then you're going to take over from here. You're going to walk the people through upcycling the garment, not giving them all the sauce. Not too much. But I just kind of want people to see your process to let them know like you're the real thing. Come in like I want you to get in your vibe. So I'm gonna leave my stuff and I'm gonna leave my people with you. And you're gonna take over from here. I know that you're big on sustainable fashion. So I just feel like this is like the perfect project because I think more people should get into.
They should
quit wasting clothes. Go thrifting. But I just want to thank you so much just for even opening your space to me, for doing this.
Thank you for giving me a platform.
Absolutely.
You're eating bougie. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean?
Whatever I could do. So, of course, what are some ways that I can support you and what you're doing?
You specifically?
What can I do for you?
I mean, you're doing it.
Okay.
You're doing it. There's nothing more I can ask. I don't expect anyone to do anything for me, but I appreciate it all. Yeah. And I thank you.
Because you don't have to. It's like I want you to win. I've been wanting you to win.
I know.
Even when you came home from the graduation, I was like, I want you to win. Before you took your behind to college, I said, go to New York.
You did.
I said, go live, go do the craziest things. But I also understand everybody has their journey. Your journey is not mine. But you learn valuable information
for sure,
and you can definitely be that mockingjay, that spokesperson for the girl out there that's like in limbo. Like, do I go to college? Do I chase my dreams? No, do both.
Yeah, you do both.
You
have nothing but time.
It's no failure though. Everything happens for a reason, and you circle back around. But being that I've circled and detoured a lot, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. This is what you're supposed to be doing. So whatever I can do to help, whether it's come to the fashion show you designing in or doing this, whatever I can do, I'm totally here to support Daisha.
Oh my God. And that means the world to me because you often put yourself in a position like to do so much for others and you never feel like it gets poured back into you. So I think that's important and I appreciate you for that.
Absolutely.
People just don't do it.
So we here to shift that. I want to change the paradigm of that and just that's what I'm here for. So anyway, girl, let me get these pieces on and I got to go. You got to go.
I gotta put my socials, right?
So y'all can find her. Look, it's gonna be in the description, of course. Look, find Daisha. Tell them where you can find you.
Instagram. You can find me at DAIS.C, Days C. And you can find me on TikTok at Daisha Curtis. Just find me in those two places.
I'm gonna put all of this in the description. You ain't gonna have to look hard, baby. I'm putting her out there. Okay, right, so what are we doing right now?
Bust.
My bust.
Yes,
my bust.
Your bust is your where your breast protrudes out the most.
Do it matter if my bra is a little padded?
It does matter.
It's just like a little padded.
So,
you know.
it's giving no waist. It's giving what waist? And then your hip.
Should I take this? This is. I could take these down.
Okay.
Y'all gotta go. Y'all can't. Y'all ain't getting no free show. Y'all is not getting no free peep show. You gotta pay for that, baby.
Clear one.
That's it.
I think that's
You gotta
it.
hurt. Well, okay, you got this.
Yeah.
You got this. Let me pull my
Hi, so today I am in my sewing room with the lovely upcycle for Ashley today, and she has requested a twofer. So what we've basically done. Welcome back into my sewing room, and today I am tackling the upcycle for Ashley, and yeah, I think this is going to be a great project. Also, sustainable upcycles are always the way to go. Going to the thrift store, grabbing 2 nice shirts, one of which already has tags on it, so I think that's awesome. And I matched with this shirt here, which we'll be cutting all up today. So I'm honestly, this is going to be a simple upcycle. I'm using these 2 shirts and my sewing machine, white thread, pretty much for all of these. And then something special I'm going to do here on the sleeves. So we'll walk through that too. We will start with this shirt. This is the main body of the dress. So in the other clips, you notice that I did measure out where I wanted to start the curve on this dress top t-shirt, but where we measured would be the starting point for this project. Alright, and so what I'm going to use now, I'm going to use this tailoring piece of chalk. You can also use like a white marker, white fabric marker. I'm going to use my curve ruler, and I'm going to start creating some curves. So like the shirt has like a wave kind of curve to it. So I'm going to start by doing that there. With this shirt, this curve is going to start here, dramatically dips, and then it's going to go in. I want to try to meet it exactly on the exact hemline here, because I feel like it was a great like dress length for Ashley. So it's always best to use tailoring chalk for projects like this, especially when you're freehanding. Things don't always feel as comfortable doing it at first, but working through the process, as many self-taught seamstresses do, just working through the process. And then I'm gonna make it more curved there. Now I'm gonna go in with my favorite fabric scissors. I'm actually just gonna go in and cut this where I drew the freehand curve. Right, and then I'm gonna take the hem of the front side of this here dress through the scraps. So I have gone ahead and I've cut in the wave cut pattern into this shirt here. This is going to be the base of the t-shirt dress. Now what I'm doing with this identical shirt that I have on, I am cutting in the ruffles, or I'm cutting out the ruffles, what I'm going to use as the ruffles, which is going to be about a foot long panel of the front and back of this shirt that I'm going to cut into a boat shape. But first, as I discussed earlier, the materials I'm using is very simple. I'm using a white tailor's chalk today and scissors and white thread on my sewing machine. I'm more than likely going to use a straight stitch length for all of this, except when I create the gathers. I'm going and create this boat shape curved across. I think I kind of want to leave this pocket on the ruffle. And this is what we're left with. This could be something. I'm back and I've already sewn in the thread for me to create these gathers. just gonna walk you through how I do that. I honestly just sew 2 long basting stitches, and then I'm gonna just start pulling the fabric, and as you can see, it's gonna start creating the gathers. Sewing is so cool. So, but what I think is important about projects like these is really just encouraging people to wear their clothes that they have, or find someone that can like upcycle or recreate them if they can't do it themselves. And I think the pure joy in wearing clothes and buying clothes is the value you get from it. We should get more used to like wearing our clothes instead of feeling like we have to buy more. So and that's kind of what sustainability is about. So what we do know is that one ruffle has to come in from this side, exactly at the button, or below the button, and then the other one has to come in where the buttonhole is. So I think it's cute. Yeah. Wait, I'm confusion. Oh, I'm tripping. Yeah. Okay. So, currently making a design change that could potentially mess up. What I do for fun is doing fashion experiments, so this is only going to work or not work. For me personally, I'm pivoting because I think the shirt, the blue and white striped shirt, could have been a little bit bigger, and that is a design like foresight on my part. I didn't think of that. So we are running little worn fabric, so I am getting very savvy. Okay, that's looking more like it. Now the back. Alright, I'm gonna go off camera and figure this out. Because the initial ruffle that I cut for the top part of that shirt was like not long enough, so what I've decided to do is I took that piece off, and I took the sleeves of that shirt, and then I took all the other pieces that I cut, like, and I just had to like piecemeal it together. So I'm about to take this to the machine and get her sewn up, and then I'm gonna iron things down and see where I need to go from there. But this is what she looks like so far. Off to the machine. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to put the shirt dress on my dress form and see how everything's looking, and then I'm going to finish up the side seams, take in where I need to take in, and then play around with the rest tomorrow. So what I've decided to do with the sleeves here is honestly just change the cuffs. But also I noticed when we were fitting this on Ashley was that the sleeves were too long. So what I'm going to first do is I am going to follow the current pleats in this sleeve. Usually in button down collared shirts there are pleats in the sleeve to gather into the cuff, so it gives it that gathered look, so it goes into a suit jacket nicely. And so what I'm basically going to do is I'm going to follow those pleats up the arm, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut below the pleat so that the pleat is still in place after I cut, to shorten the sleeve. And now we have our shorter sleeves. I'm going to go in with the blue cuffs, and I'm going to attach them, sew them, and then I'll be back. I have now sewn on the blue and white striped cuffs to complement the shirt itself. Alright, so I'm back, and right now I'm heating up the iron right now. I went ahead and serged the inside seams here into the garment, as well as the sleeve here. So we've successfully change the sleeve cuffs out and applied the ruffle. I'm gonna iron everything down and then finish the seams off on the back edge. As the hem, it just needs to be finished. And honestly, she may be complete. So I'll be back once I've completed all those steps and show you the finished garment. Here we are. And in the next clips, I'm sure we'll have Ashley styling this piece. So this is exciting. Thank you again for watching.
Hot shit, got all you niggas in wet clothes. Down like my metaphors when I formulate my flows. If you don't know, you fucking with lyrical player pros like that. Do you really wanna party with me? Let me see just what you got for me. Put all your hands where my eyes can see. Straight buck wildin' in the place to be. If you really wanna party with me, let me see just what you got.